Hello, YouTube. A pretty long time without see, I guess. The saying, long time no see. I was trying to do a play on that, but it didn't work out. Anyway, um, this is Hampton, South Carolina, and it's time for another dash cam drive through a town in South Carolina. And of course, we're doing the county seat of Hampton County, Hampton today. What makes this video a little unique and a little special is that I purposely traveled to Hampton on this date because it is the Hampton County Watermelon Festival season. I say season because it runs for a whole week. Today is the last day of the festival, and I'm coming at the tail end just to see what it's all about. And so we're traveling through the town. We're on our way to the festival. We're going to have us a good time. Hampton County Watermelon Festival. I believe this was the 82nd year. I did buy a t-shirt while I was there, and that's what it says on it. 82 years they've had this festival. Started in 1939, and I believe I read somewhere, Wikipedia, I believe, it is the longest continuous festival in the state of South Carolina. Now, you may wonder why it's called the Hampton County Watermelon Festival instead of just Hampton if it's in Hampton. Well, it's because the town of Varnville actually borders Hampton, and you'll see at the end of this video it's going to kind of end abruptly because we are actually going into the town limits of Varnville. Both towns in Hampton County have about 2,000 residents. The same goes for Estill, Estill, which I have not been to yet. It's a little further down the road. And listen, driving to Hampton's a long ride. It's 3 hours, over 3 hours from my house. And I actually went somewhere else, and went to multiple other places and got filmed there first. I didn't want to come during the parade at the festival because I just didn't want to be amongst all the traffic and whatnot. So I kind of did some side projects, which are just filming towns and stuff, and got some stuff from familiar places I've been before to buy some food and whatnot. So, yeah, that would be why I didn't go to Estill or somewhere like that. It's simply because at this point I'd already been driving for 4 hours and had another 3 on top of that just to get here, or just to get home from here. I'm looking at a 7-hour drive day, and it's pretty tiring. Hampton is completely across the state from where I am in Horry County. So anyway, all right, now we've reached the festival grounds, and as you will see, there is a man, or a group of people, I should say, but I paid a man selling watermelon on the right there. He was back there on the back of a truck. I'll point him out again when we look later. I bought a watermelon from him after I visited the festival and got my shirt and everything. I got a Charleston Gray, as they call it. And they were huge. I got a huge watermelon from $8, and it was massive. Have not tried it yet, so I can't say anything about the taste or whatnot. But who could go to a watermelon festival and not buy a watermelon? Not me. Anyway, as you can see, there are a lot of people in downtown Hampton today. There are lots of people walking and parking, and I was looking for a parking spot, so I put it in double speed in order to just kind of skip over me aimlessly looking for a parking spot. Cut like a square here. There's an ATM and a bank there, and here's where I decided to park. And leaving the festival, you can tell a little bit of time had passed because look how much brighter it is outside. It did rain quite a bit during my trip, but it was never a long rain. It was more like a shower of maybe 2 or 3 minutes of rain, dry for 20 minutes to even maybe an hour, and then it rained a little bit more. And that was across the entire state where I dealt with those conditions. Anyway, there is a man carrying one of the watermelons I bought right there. If you want to pause the video back, the guy in the blue shirt, or turquoise, whatever you want to call it, he was carrying one of those watermelons. Anyway, let's talk about Hampton's history a little bit. We haven't done that yet, just because of all the excitement about the festival and everything. The town is named after Wade Hampton. It was created basically to honor him. The county was, and so they needed to create a town to be the town seat. And so the state legislature created what they call Hampton Courthouse. And the United States Postal Service said, well, we're just going to call it Hampton, and so it's been Hampton since. So it was a designed community. It wasn't one that just popped up because it was on the railroad line. It actually was selected based on its location on the railroad line, but it did not happen, I guess you would say, naturally. The state government actually stepped in and created it. See, Hampton County has a lot of towns in it, actually, a lot more than I thought. I have not. I've only been to 3. Brunson, which has been a few months, right before Easter, and then I went to Hampton and Varnville today. So plenty more content from Hampton County will have to be gotten to make this a complete series. And I'm really not looking forward to that drive. I will say, though, that the amount of community spirit that was in Hampton, especially when compared to where I left right before I got here, as you see the rain has started up again, in Allendale County was great. Allendale is, well, I'll upload it soon. They're just down the road from each other. Hampton just seems like a much more cohesive place, or happier place. I don't know how to describe it, but it just does. Might have been because of the rain that was falling in Allendale. It was a lot harder. It made me feel that way, but I don't know. As you saw, I stopped at Piggly Wiggly. So Hampton is a Piggly Wiggly town, not an IGA town. If you're keeping score at home, someone probably should. Anyway, though, here comes Varnville, and we'll continue this video into Varnville on another video, though.